So I've just been going in and adding a little bit of details here, spicing it up a little bit, but it's nothing we haven't talked about already. Mostly primitives. There's a little compound object here, which is a loft, so the path and a profile to get the crank. But again, chamfer boxes, cylinders, everything's just primitives. The walls here are simply planes and boxes attached together. And I'm going to add one more modifier to these, all of these. So I'm going to pick the edging, and I'm going to pick the walls, and I'm going to go into the modifier rollout here. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to do FFD 3x3x3. There's also FFD box, in which you can set the number of points. That's essentially the same as here, FFD, 4x4x4. What these FFDs are free-form deformer. And then they're great because they allow you to deform an object in a global way, as a whole thing. So you can grab these points here, grab the control points. You can pick those just like vertices, and then you can move those around, and it'll allow you to deform and manipulate this object as a whole thing. So what I can do is manipulate the shape here. If I want to take this back just a little bit, so it's not quite a perfect box. Now you can see there's all kinds of different lattices there. There's FFD, freeform deformers, 2x2x2. That refers to the number of points across, 3x3x3, or 2x2x2, or 4x4x4. And then with these generic ones, FFD box and cylinder, there's also a cylindrical shape that you can deform by. It'll allow you to set the number of points. So it's arbitrary number of points. And it gives you some additional options as well. So in fact, if I wanted to go, let's take this FFD and let's disable that for now, turn it off. Take this generic one, FFD box, that has a few additional parameters to it. Set the number of points. 3x3x3 was fine. And then I can, the same way, I can pick the control points. And then when I move this back, what this allows me to do is change the tensions of these and continuities of that. And so it allows me to, right now, if I take continuity all the way down to 0, it doesn't bend the entire thing. See how it's bending that whole thing here? Well, what I want is I want it to be a little bit more straight edge than that. So this, you'll see these all over the place where there's tons of modifiers, and some of them, these ones are the 2x2, 3x3, 4x4. Those are older. Then they just replace those with the more generic FFD box. So this is the new one. So if you want the new functionality, just use that one most of the time. You'll see that in a lot of places in 3D Studio where older functionality has been replaced with a newer, better tool. But the old functionality is left in place. So you'll see in a couple of places some redundancies. It just means that they have new functionality and old functionality for backwards compatibility.